Good morning, traders. This is a live pre-market trade recap. Right now it's 4:28 a.m. Monday morning, December 7th. I took this trade, well, I should say I finished this trade right around 4 a.m. Let's go over the trade really quick, and then I'll talk about some interesting details behind it. First of all, this is right at 4 a.m. You can see that the pre-market list is not updating properly. And I think the fix for this was just a restart of Webull, but I had the list up on my laptop and it was refreshed, and Obln was the number one pre-market top gainer. But this is a leftover from Friday. You also see these charts were fine like a second ago, but as soon as that 4 a.m. started, they kind of freak out for some reason. This has been happening the last few times that I've traded in the pre-market. You reset the chart, it doesn't do anything. So the fix for that is to just switch time frames. Of course, you could just restart the platform, but this is like, a little bit of a quicker way to do it. Here, let's just go past this. So you see I have a position here from Friday. This is something I don't normally do, and this is kind of like like a boredom trade, which is never a good thing, but I only had 2 shares, so I wasn't risking a lot. But again, I don't recommend doing this. Last week was kind of a weird week for me, and I pretty much reset my account at the end of the week, and I'll talk about that. So this was just like a silly trade that I took in the aftermarket, kind of late in the aftermarket, because this thing ran really hard right at 4 p.m. It ran up real hard, but I wasn't watching. And it would have been nice to get in like around this area or something and ride this up, because it ran about 100%, a little more than 100% in the aftermarket. But I got in on one of the pullbacks and just had 2 shares at 193.5. So since this wasn't like a well planned out trade or a great trade to be in, I was just kind of like looking for an exit basically. And I did put one limit order in and put it way up high at 216, but I didn't think it was going to get there. It only went to 208 here at the open, and so when it did this pop back up to or maybe that's 206, but when it popped back up to that resistance level, I just pulled that limit order down just to get out of that 1 share. Probably just should have sold both right there, because then it would have been, like kind of double the profit that I ultimately got, because the remaining share I sold when it came back down to my entry. Right there. And then I kept watching. So now, let's see. Yeah, that was the after hours list. Yeah, it's still messed up, right? Because I didn't restart. But I have my laptop open, and Obln is still the top gainer with volume. It was like number 2 on the volume and number 1 in the top gainers. So now I'm looking for the possibility of like a reversal entry. So I'm checking the range of candles. So basically my idea is, as soon as this 190 level is broken, that I'll get in, because this one went up to 190. So that candle needs to make a new high. It's kind of like a tiny 3-bar play in a way, but I didn't look at it like that when I got into it. But and then the stop would be like the low of this candle here. I like to do that just to protect my capital. So it pops up to 192. 191 would have been ideal. So really like 2R on that. Trying to think, let's see if we could see where the bottom of that candle, that previous candle, is at 187. So if the ideal entry is 191, that's 4 cents. And so 2R would be 8 cents, and plus 191 is 199. So that's really where I should have had my my 2R order, and I put it a little high at 202, and I kind of felt like I screwed that up. And so yes, then I brought it down to I guess 198 and got out there. But 2R was 199, so that was actually really close. But the thing is, it did end up going to 202, but only 202. It didn't break it, so it's debatable whether or not it would have been filled. So it's still kind of a 2R trade, and that was really just like a practice 2R trade for me. I'm not counting that as my first trade of the week or anything, since I was holding it from Friday. So yeah, and there's my so it says I made 219 off of that trade. That's not really accurate. That's another thing that's kind of weird, the way Webull does this, because I'm trying to figure out even how they make this make sense. Oh, because when the day started, I was already in that position, so it considers me like down the 2 shares times $1.93. So it's like adding that $2 times $1.93 plus the profit together to get this P&L. And that doesn't really make sense because that I only made 46 cents off of that trade. So the 219 doesn't make any sense. So like I said, I think I said it on this video, I added enough funds to get to 500. Well, I sold my DG stock, got me close to 500. Basically got me here. And then I added in the difference between that and 500 just to get to an even 500. And then this morning I made 46 cents off of that trade. So I'm not going to enter that trade in since it wasn't like part of this, in week 2 to 5, I'm just going to do all or nothing 2R trading. So this is just like my starting point, and that first trade isn't going to count. And it doesn't. It's already past 4:15, so I'm not going to take any other trades in the pre-market. And so my first trade with this new all or nothing 2R could be right here, trade 3. And I'll just say that I didn't take these 2 trades, so because I just want to keep good data about the all or nothing 2R, and I'm not going to take any more of those weird trades from holding overnight kind of thing like I did on this one. That was just something, I guess, silly I was doing on Friday, since I figured out the account's going to reset, and depending on how much funds settle, I may or may not take any more trades today. So it may be actually Tuesday, may be my first day, so we'll see. So anyway, that's it. I hope you got something out of this, and either later today or tomorrow will kind of be the new beginning for all or nothing trading, since I've proven that holding to 2R, this is not just based on this past week. This is like 21 trades that I took where if I would have taken the same exact trades and held for 2R last week, I would be up 286 versus down 363. So and for my account size, that's a pretty big difference, because this is my buying power and this is a cash account, so I can't trade with that full value every day. So that's what this is all about. All right, so let me know if you guys have any questions below, and I'll probably either see you later today or tomorrow. And I hope you guys trade well, follow your plan, stick to your plan, and always take your stop losses, and never average down. All right, take care. Bye.